You wake up. You follow a routine. You believe you're building stability. You're actually funding someone else's attention empire. Every morning routine, seen optimized for productivity, is designed to make you a better consumer, not a better builder. The aesthetic morning, the 5 a.m. club, the journal spread, the wellness sequence, these aren't neutral practices, they're economic instruments. And most mothers performing them don't realize they're operating at a net loss. Here's what's actually happening. The average optimized morning routine, promoted across platforms, costs between 40 and 70 minutes of deep focus time. That time is not recoverable. It's also not symmetrical. Because while you're investing cognitive load into habit stacking, someone else is monetizing your belief that this is the path to control. The morning routine industrial complex generates over $14 billion annually. Journals, planners, skincare systems, supplement stacks, courses on how to wake up better. None of it is about your sovereignty. It's about making you feel behind, then selling you the catch-up. Let's go deeper. The structure of most viral morning routines follows a specific economic pattern. They require purchase. They require consistency. They require visible documentation. Notice the design. You don't just do the routine. You buy into the routine. You perform the routine. You prove the routine. And the moment you stop, you're no longer part of the system. This is intentional. Because routines aren't sold as optional tools. They're sold as identity infrastructure. If you don't have one, you're chaotic. You're unintentional. You're not serious about your growth. That's the economic pressure point. And it works. Mothers especially absorb this messaging because domestic life already lacks external validation. So when a routine promises structure, it feels like progress. But here's the trade-off no one mentions. Every minute you spend optimizing your morning for someone else's content formula is a minute you're not spending building economic infrastructure. The real question isn't whether routines are useful. It's whether your routine serves your income or someone else's. Let's run the math. A typical aesthetic morning routine includes hydration ritual, movement sequence, journaling block, skincare routine, breakfast prep, planning session. That's 60 to 90 minutes. If you're building a digital income stream, that's 60 to 90 minutes you could allocate to asset creation. One email, one offer, one piece of leverage. Instead, you're maintaining a routine that generates zero revenue and requires continuous reinvestment. This is a net drain, and it's structured to feel virtuous. That's the trap. Now let's talk about what routines actually replace. Spontaneous deep work, unstructured problem solving, intuitive creative flow. These are the cognitive states that produce economic value, but they don't photograph well. They don't fit into content grids. So they've been culturally devalued and replaced with performative structure. The result is a generation of mothers who are incredibly disciplined and economically stagnant. They can execute a flawless morning, but they can't monetize their attention. Here's the recalibration. A routine is only useful if it creates more capacity than it consumes. If your morning sequence takes 90 minutes and produces zero financial output, it's a cost center. If your morning sequence takes 15 minutes and clears cognitive space for one high-leverage action, it's infrastructure. The difference is intent. Most routines are designed for aesthetic continuity, not economic output. That's why they fail at scale. Let me show you what this looks like in practice. Scenario 1. You wake up at 5:30. You hydrate. You stretch. You journal 3 pages. You do skincare. You make breakfast. You plan your day. By 7:15, you've completed your routine. You feel accomplished. But you haven't moved your business forward. You haven't created an asset. You haven't touched revenue. Scenario 2. You wake up. You spend 10 minutes on one thing that advances your income. You write one email to your list. You record one 60-second voice note for a product idea. You outline one offer. By 7:15, you've built something that compounds. Same time window. different economic outcome. This is the shift most mothers never make. They treat routine as the goal, instead of treating output as the goal and routine as the support system. Here's what changes when you flip that. You stop optimizing for mornings that look good. You start optimizing for mornings that produce leverage. You stop buying into systems that require constant maintenance. You start building systems that require one decision and then run. You stop performing productivity. You start engineering income. And the interesting thing is, this doesn't require you to abandon structure. It requires you to audit what the structure is for. If the answer is to feel in control, that's emotional infrastructure. If the answer is to generate revenue, that's economic infrastructure. Both are valid, but only one pays you. Let's address the identity piece, because this is where most resistance lives. Many mothers believe that without a visible routine, they'll lose discipline, they'll slip into chaos, they'll prove they're not capable of running a business. This is fear-based economics, and it's profitable for everyone except you. Here's the truth. Discipline isn't proven by performing someone else's sequence. It's proven by protecting your highest leverage hour. And for most mothers, that hour is not 5 a.m. It's the hour right after school drop-off or nap time. Or the 30 minutes before anyone else wakes up. The hour when your brain is sharpest and your environment is quietest. That's your economic window. And if you're spending it on routines instead of revenue work, you're misallocating your most valuable assets, your attention. Now, let's talk about what replaces the routine. A decision stack, not a time stack. Here's how it works. Instead of, I will do these 8 things every morning, you decide, I will do one thing every morning that moves my business forward. That's it. Some mornings it's writing. Some mornings it's recording. Some mornings it's reviewing an offer. The action changes. But the commitment DOES and single quotes D. This is far more sustainable than rigid sequencing, because it adapts to your cognitive state, and it eliminates the failure spiral that happens when you miss one step of a 10-step routine. You can't fail a one-decision system. You either do the thing, or you don't. Single quotes D. And when you do, you've won the day economically. Let me give you a tool reference. Some creators who operate this way use a simple system to track their one daily decision without overcomplicating it. There are minimal planners designed specifically for this type of focus, not routine tracking, just decision logging. One example is in the description. It's not required. But if you prefer analog tracking that doesn't turn into another consumption ritual, it's worth seeing. Here's what most mothers discover when they make this shift. They produce more revenue in less time. They feel less fragmented. They stop measuring their worth by how well they performed a sequence. And they start measuring it by what they built. This is the economic recalibration. Routines are not inherently bad, but routines that don't generate income are a luxury. And if you're building from scratch, inside a home, with fragmented time, you can't afford luxuries that masquerade as essentials. You need infrastructure that pays you back. So here's the test. Look at your current morning. Ask yourself, does this create capacity, or does it consume it? Does this move my income forward, or does it move my identity forward? Does this build leverage, or does it build aesthetics? If the answer makes you uncomfortable, that's the signal. Now let's go one layer deeper. The reason routine content performs so well on platforms is because it promises control. And mothers inside domestic environments are conditioned to feel out of control. So when someone shows you a beautiful morning that looks peaceful and productive, you're not just seeing a routine, you're seeing proof that structure is possible. And you want that. But here's what the content doesn't show. The person filming that routine is monetizing your desire for it. The routine itself may or may not serve them economically, but filming it does. That's the asymmetry. They're not succeeding because of the routine. They're succeeding because they turn the routine into content, and you're consuming the content, not creating it. This is the loop that keeps mothers economically dependent on platforms instead of paid by them. So if you're going to have a morning routine, make sure it's designed to produce assets. Not to document aesthetics. Here's what that might look like. You wake up, you spend 15 minutes on the one thing only you can do: writing, recording, designing, building. Then you move into maintenance. Kids, meals, household. The routine supports the work. The work doesn't support the routine. That's the inversion. And it changes everything. Because now your morning isn't about proving you have discipline. It's about protecting your highest value output. And that output compounds. Routines. Single quotes. Let me show you why this matters long term. If you spend 5 years perfecting a morning routine that doesn't generate income, you'll have 5 years of discipline and 0 financial autonomy. If you spend 5 years protecting one daily decision that builds an asset, you'll have 5 years of compounding leverage. Same time investment, completely different economic outcome. This is the cost no one calculates. The opportunity cost of optimizing the wrong thing, and for mothers. That cost is measured in decades, because once you're inside the domestic environment, your earning window shrinks, your cognitive load increases. Your leverage opportunities narrow. So every decision about where your attention goes becomes exponentially more important. You don't have the margin to waste 60 minutes on routines that don't pay you. You need every minute to count economically. And that requires ruthless clarity about what actually moves the needle. Routines feel safe. Revenue feels risky. But the real risk is spending years building someone else's system instead of your own. Here's your recalibration. If you're going to have a morning routine, design it for income. Not for content. Not for identity. Not for proof. For revenue. And if it doesn't serve that. Let it go. You'll be fine without it. Better than fine. You'll be building. Disclaimer: this content is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not financial, legal, or professional advice. Any business or income building decisions should be made based on your own research and circumstances. Product references are provided as optional tools and are not required to apply the concepts discussed. Links may be affiliate links, meaning we may earn a small commission at no additional cost to you if you make a purchase. This helps support the channel. Always evaluate any purchase based on your own needs and budget.